We're at the point in the offseason where things really start to heat up. The hot stove begins to burn and we start to see free agents sign. But the market is usually dictated by those players at the top of it. So what we're going to be doing here over the next coming couple of weeks is we're going to be examining the best free agents and their 5 most likely landing destinations for this 2026 campaign and beyond. So keep it locked in here at the Baseball Banter Broadcast, and let's get into it. Now, as we look at Luke Weaver and his potential landing spots, we begin with the Minnesota Twins. The Twins right now are a team that is in a very interesting position. After trading away so many players at the deadline last year, this year they're looking like a different squad completely and giving their young players an opportunity to really come into the fold. But one such place where the Twins could truly add to this team from the free agent market is that in the bullpen. Adding a veteran guy who has been a proven closer at one point in the past, this is an opportunity for the Twins to be able to really try and build that bullpen back up. One of the names that I mentioned in our offseason Twins video here, and I will leave that link down below in the description, is the name of Luke Weaver. I think that for the Minnesota Twins and for Luke Weaver, this could be an absolutely bounce back and easy way to get him back into the mix as one of the best relievers in baseball, especially with the kind of low pressure situation that the Twins will likely find themselves in as a team that is quote-unquote rebuilding. Obviously, Luke Weaver can bring back that value in pitching in a good first half of the season with the Twins and potentially find himself moving to a contender thereafter. If the Twins and Luke Weaver sign up for a short-term deal with high interest value in terms of what he can do for the Minnesota Twins in that bullpen, he may be able to bring them back a very big return. So look for the Minnesota Twins to be in on Luke Weaver. Now, the number 4 team on my list for the potential services of Luke Weaver is that of the Chicago Cubs. When you think about what Weaver could be with the Cubs, it is another tremendous fit. I think that what he is capable of doing in helping the Cubs bullpen really go and lengthen itself out, shorten games, and also with what they've been able to do in the starting rotation with this team could truly help both the Cubs and Luke Weaver really maximize the value of 2026. Obviously, with the way that things are heading towards the impending lockout, you're not going to necessarily know exactly what the long-term ramifications of that is going to be. So a short 1-year term or potentially with a mutual option could really benefit both sides in this contest. So look for the Cubs to be potentially in the mix for a guy like Luke Weaver and his services. As we look at the number 3 team on my list, it is the Texas Rangers. The Rangers are a team that is very much in a very interesting state as this season is progressing. Obviously, when you look at what they've done this offseason with the release of Adolis Garcia, the loss to the Cubs in Halby Milner, there's an opportunity here for the Rangers to try to build some value back into that bullpen. Obviously, we know that they're trying to compete. That is the verbiage and the tone that general manager Chris Young has set for this team. Not trading Corey Seager, acquiring a player to help facilitate meets and needs in Brandon Nimmo, and bringing in a proven back-end reliever in Luke Weaver could absolutely help the Rangers take it to another level. I think that for the Rangers and for Luke Weaver, this could be a very good fit. Again, similar to the teams that we've mentioned before, if the Rangers find themselves out of it at the trade deadline, they could use Luke Weaver as a potential trade chip to get something back into the organization for future years to come. So obviously there's going to be an opportunity here for Luke Weaver somewhere in Major League Baseball, and the Texas Rangers to me could be a fit for his services. Now, as we get into the number 2 team, it is a team that has already been rumored to be connected with him, and it is that of the Boston Red Sox. Obviously, the Red Sox are a young team that is really going to become a pestering thorn in the side of everyone else in the American League East. And when you think about what they've done already this offseason, adding to that bullpen is seemingly the last thing that needs to be ticked off the list. Adding a guy like Luke Weaver, someone that you're pulling from a division rival, no less, could absolutely help this Red Sox team start to build back to being the top and potentially a favorite in the American League East. Obviously, it's going to be a very difficult battle in 2026 amongst all 5 teams in the AL East, but being able to get yourself in a lengthened bullpen, having Luke Weaver set up for Aroldis Chapman could absolutely help the Boston Red Sox put themselves into a position where they are looked at as amongst the elite in the AL. For Boston, being able to restore some value to that bullpen by bringing in a guy like Luke Weaver could absolutely help this team go and push themselves to the next level. So we know that their rumors have already been that they have been connected in one way or shape or another with Luke Weaver and his camp. So look for them to be a potential landing destination. Now, as we look at the number 1 and most likely landing destination, in my opinion, it is that of the New York Yankees. When you think about what Luke Weaver has been for the Yankees and how much Luke Weaver has been beloved by the Yankees, especially in their front office and coaching staff, this to me is a reunion that just makes a ton of sense. Obviously, what he was at the end of last year, there was a bit of a struggle there, but being able to kind of take some time away with the offseason and come back refreshed and rejuvenated, we could potentially see a return to when Luke Weaver was the best reliever in baseball just a couple of seasons ago. There's no doubt about it that the Yankees and Weaver have that connection. They have that history there. And to me, it makes the most sense for him to return back to the Bronx. But I want to hear from you, baseball fans. Let me know your thoughts, your feelings down in the comment section below. Where is the most likely landing destination for Luke Weaver in this free agent class? What does that contract look like? And in terms of the years and the dollars, does it make sense for the Yankees to bring him back? Let me know all these thoughts down in the comment section below. And while you're there, make sure if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button down below and the bell for post notifications, as it truly does help us continue to build and grow this baseball community. And you won't want to miss anything that we have upcoming with all the new content creators here on the channel, as well as all of the new content that is going to be coming out. And you're not going to want to miss any of it. And as always, if you're not seeing the kind of coverage you want from your team here on the Baseball Banter Broadcast, reach out. There may be a place for you to join us here at the Baseball Banter Broadcast. So as always, I want to thank you for joining me, and I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.